Back to another exciting episode of the Free Speech Forum. I am your host tonight, Pixel Joe, and we are going to be rocking out and talking about wokeism and the impact on free speech, followed by the discussion of the NFL and its national anthem countdown.
Whoa, sounds interesting.
Conundrum. 2 national anthems. We're back.
What's up, guys?
We're back for
Wait,
another.
wait.
Hey, guys.
Hold on. We got to talk. Where's Jerry?
What's going on? Yeah. And why's Brooks is supposed to be sitting next to me?
Jerry's on an airplane.
Oh.
All right? And he's probably in a fight right now over a mask.
He's got important business tonight.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's got good stuff.
He had to go
going
get
on.
another vaccine.
Top secret. We're not
Vaccine.
supposed to talk about what
What do
Jerry's
y'all think about
doing
it?
on
I'm
the plane.
scared to get the vaccine.
I'm not scared to get
It
the
freaks me
vaccine.
out. I just don't know enough.
Nanobots,
I'm too
man.
smart to get replicate DNA that hasn't been properly tested injected into my body when nobody knows what in the hell will happen 6 months, 3 years, 5 years down the road.
So
That's
I got
insane.
I got a so I did have a needle in my arm today.
We heard about that, John.
Oh, yeah, didn't you go to some like IV bar and
Yeah, so I found out there's a thing that is called the IV bar, or this concept that exists called IV bar. And I went in there because I was feeling a little bit like drugged down, and like this is not a promotion here or anything. Like I was feeling just tired, and I was like, I heard about IV bars, so I was like, all right, I'll go check it out. And they give you like some fluids, like an IV bag to replenish your fluids, and it had
Make you feel better?
magnesium, vitamin C. They put some B12.
Did they put any like
zinc.
scent in it?
I couldn't taste
Like
it.
cherry flavor?
I couldn't tell.
Hey.
Mom couldn't. But I tell you, within like 5 minutes, I was like feeling like a new person.
You know what?
And they were super nice.
I like to read the label. They injected your ass with a bottle of 5-hour energy.
5 hour energy. Yeah, I mean,
It's
that's like-
loaded with B12.
You know what
know.
they actually inject it with them?
What?
The vaccine.
I
You're sterile now.
I got 1 liter. Most people get like a little tiny bit, but I've like bloat maxed so much in my life. All I do is like eat and work out and eat and work out. So it takes a whole liter of vaccine to get me vaccinated.
Yeah, you need an extra dose.
Now that we're on a roll here, what's the YouTube community doing out there? We got anybody hooking up with us?
we got anybody on? We are actually streaming on multiple platforms right now. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.
That's right.
So,
Oh, my
We got
goodness.
2 people watching on Twitch right now as well.
Whoa!
and
cool.
our sponsors were able to help us out with that. Bob, you want to?
Yeah, I'd like to talk about a very strong, powerful sponsor we have. And you got to love this, Palmetto Steel, Palmetto State Steel. They've been in business since 1996. And Palmetto Steel works with raw or processed steel, or aluminum in all shapes and sizes. And you can't even imagine the types of industries they serve, from people making lawnmowers and tractors to automobiles, you name it. They are working those great steel products. And they're selling American steel to American businesses instead of us buying steel from China. So way to go, Palmetto.
Rock and roll.
And their specialty is rebar fabrication. But with their advanced engineering expertise, they can build out anything custom grade for construction. And not many companies in the world can do that. So they are really a highly technologically advanced steel company. They do in-house welding, cut-to-length rebar, which serves so many interests and what makes a building strong. We know that. They do steel bending, and that is something to see. If you've never seen steel bent, when it is almost white hot and that thick and a big sheet and it rolls over, it's a very powerful thing.
Yeah.
So now, I know that everybody wants to know about this. Yes, they do cut holes of all shapes and sizes in that steel.
I was worried. I was wondering if they did.
Well, and look, and here's it better. We've got the phone number here for you right now. If you got a pencil handy, it's 843-971-8802, or go to palmettosteel@gmail.com.
And I actually was nice enough to put it up on the
that was
screen.
very
nice.
Joe's on top of things tonight.
Y'all are welcome to go back and check that out.
So write that down.
One other thing. This is an American family-owned business, and they're operated with locations in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and Wilmington, North Carolina. So, folks, when you think about steel, think about Palmetto.
Thank you, Palmetto.
Yeah, thank you,
so
Palmetto.
much.
Thanks for being our sponsor, guys.
We love you.
Well, we got some exciting videos yet again, and since Jerry wasn't here, I figured that
Yeah, this is a personal favorite of mine.
he could be here in person as a kid again.
I love this video. You guys remember Problem Child?
Jerry, you son of
He
a
looks
gun.
just like him. Like,
That's amazing.
Fill it up. Okay.
What? Did he pee in there?
Yeah, he definitely peed in the
I
lemonade.
think that's what they're implying.
Good shot. Oh,
Jerry's always the
Awesome.
kid.
And
isn't he?
I just like picking on Bob sometimes. So
Oh, yeah? Well, give me your best shot.
Is this Die Hard?
It's a fat squirrel, isn't it?
hang on, Bob.
I'm hanging, baby.
look at him.
Bob's always like bad A, isn't he?
Bob's just a tough son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm a mean old
He's
man.
gone
God,
he was Braveheart.
look at this shit.
Now we got Die Hard.
Die harder, baby.
Man, that was
That's a great video.
that was
That,
something
that
else.
was one of my favorite movies I've ever done. Boy, they wore me
I mean,
out. But
it's-
I did all my own stunts. I
It's
want you to
amazing.
know that.
I mean, can you guys believe that we put together this podcast, but we also take time to shoot these videos every week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, with all the Hollywood special effects produced,
Our production
working
costs are
hard.
going through the roof,
Oh,
John.
yeah.
We're going to have to start a fundraiser.
that's right. Yeah. And by the way, in all seriousness, we did kick off a fundraiser today, and we really need you guys' help. I mean, you guys have been great supporters of us all along, but we
What's
want
the
to be
goal?
able
What's
to,
the campaign goal?
So we set a very high goal. We set a goal of $25,000. So previously we had been running 1 month campaigns. So we're going to let this run as long as it needs to. The $25,000 gives us about 5 or 6 months of runway. So it lets us pay our bills for about 5 or 6 months.
Yep.
We can pay for our IT support. We can pay for our internet. We can pay to rent the studio. We can
Yes.
pay for the lease on our office.
Yes.
Everything. So we need to fill up our war chest so we can continue to fight for you guys. And, you know, we are getting so much value for your dollars. You know,
Yeah.
we've had great donations and support from you guys, but we want to be able to take this to the next level.
Yeah.
You know, and so thank you, everybody.
Fire. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, Free
please
Speech
help
Forum
us.
members.
Well, as always, we always bring up some funny videos. So it is our funny video segment.
Yeah, this is always my favorite part.
Is this the fat squirrel?
TikTok. Splooshky doo. That, can you believe that's what his parents
Boy.
named him?
Damn, boy, he's thick. Boy, that's a thick ass boy. Damn.
Ooh, that's a big old squirrel right there, man.
That is a massive squirrel.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Splooshky doo.
And it looks like we got some machine gun stuff going on here.
This is important.
My window actuators are going out, so it sounds like I'm having a hell of a firefight in here. Changing mags!
Is this Vietnam?
Oh, that's Fortunate Son, man.
Frag out!
He got the
Iron
50
Man.
caliber on the top of his car.
It's almost like a soothing sound in a way.
I
though. It's like,
I could do that
There's
all
something.
day.
Can we see that fat squirrel one more time?
Yeah, let's
think
check
I missed
it
it.
out.
Damn.
damn,
Boy. Damn, boy, he's thick. Boy, that's a thick ass boy. Damn.
What's up with the corn? Like the
That's
the
a really
crazy corn
long
thing?
corn cob.
It's
at
like
that.
That's why the
No, on the
squirrels
side.
face.
It's like
it looks
some-
like
you know how people put like garden gnomes and shit. Like
Yeah.
sometimes squirrels put like corn ornaments outside their doors.
Have y'all seen the little? So you can put like an acorn or something up in these little helmets, and they make like unicorns or like weird like horses and stuff, and the squirrels will crawl up inside them, and it looks like they're a little horse. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
But
Like I totally want
when
to
I
get
hear
one.
helmet, are they like riding on?
No, it's like
people's
a
heads?
a mask. It's like a mask. You put the acorn in the top.
I know. They crawl up the bum.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
crawl
and their
up. Yeah.
tail's sticking out.
So they're like half horse, half squirrel.
Well, by God, we're on a roll
Oh,
now.
those aren't real. I thought those were real.
Yeah,
half
I know.
horse
Good old
squirrels.
unicorns.
Oh man.
All right, so well, I am also a sponsor of this
What?
show.
Are you really?
Yeah, and speaking of sponsors,
proves we'll
I
take
actually
anybody.
instead of my segment, we're gonna talk about bingo night. John, are you excited for bingo night?
What are we? I've never even heard of bingo night. What are you talking about?
Bingo night. Let's play it.
Bingo.
Let's play it. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to bingo night. Well, thanks for coming. I guess we'll go ahead and get this thing started here. N45.
Bingo.
There's no way you could have gotten bingo. It's there's only one. What are you doing? I-25.
Bingo.
Dude, there's literally only two. We don't even have any prizes.
I can say whatever I want. TheFreeSpeechForum.com.
Well, you can say whatever you want on your website, but we still don't have any prizes.
Well, let's go get some.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of
hands.
them want to be abused.
A nice world of music.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am
All John wanted was Legos.
Did you guys pay for this stuff, or did you just walk out?
No. We walked out that back door right there.
Cool. Might as well follow the crowd.
That was only $39.88. Oh, here comes the grand prize. This is the grand prize. What could it be? It's not that guy in the blue shirt.
It must be expensive. Took a special attendant to get that unlocked.
Yeah, it's legit. It doesn't look as cool in the small box.
Yeah, expensive things come in small packages.
What the hell is going on?
Gosh, I love that song too.
Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get
Gosh,
used by
21,000 people shared that.
Some of them want to abuse you.
Hey, our YouTube is going to new heights. We had 350 views last week, right?
Business and beer.
There's one person watching right now.
Yes. We've doubled our subscriber count in 1 week, too.
We're killing it. Oh, so if you are in Huntsville and you are not at Business Beer and Bingo on August 27th from 6 to 10,
You will miss out on prizes.
It's gonna
And
be a fun night.
honestly,
We're gonna be there.
you're going to lose all your opportunity. Like you could be a business.
No, you got some real stuff out there. I saw a very cool electric leaf blower and
tools,
hard drives,
yeah.
computers,
Yeah.
sports car.
I mean, it's $5.
It's $5. You get bingo
Even if-
all night, and like you get to come network and hang out, meet
We can
people.
teach you how to business. Like I just
And,
one day woke up and I was
there-
like, I think I'm going to
And
business.
you guys will be there.
Is there pop-
signing
right.
shirts?
We'll be
and
hanging
stuff.
out. Yeah.
So,
Popcorn.
You got an excellent space for events as well.
Yeah.
So.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's fun. So, yeah, business beer and bingo. Come out, have some fun. You know, even if you don't drink beer, just
What kind of beer are we having?
Root beer.
special beer. Don't worry, I got that taken care of.
That's all right.
Oh dear.
So,
I,
but you have to
I
come,
drink any beer, so.
you have to come and hang out to find out. So, but we are giving away a Nintendo Switch. So either that'll make you happy or it will make your kids extremely happy.
They can game with Crew Overlord.
You know,
That's right.
You know,
I'll whoop up on you on
Nobody wants to miss that.
Minecraft.
opportunity.
Yeah.
so
Streaming on Twitch every night.
Yeah.
yeah.
Man, you guys are working me so hard.
That's
like,
what you do. We don't have a job.
do I need to
so.
start streaming on Twitch every night?
We're just looking out for you, John. We know we've got to keep you busy or you'll lose your mind.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that's
you're,
true.
you're a damn
True.
dynamo and you got to get that energy out of you, and we're milking it.
That's right, yeah.
All right,
Or-
speaking of
or
milking
the
it-
loose cannon goes off.
John, I knew you loved this song.
I know.
You love the 80s.
Yeah. I remember I was 18 years old when this song came out. And it was, I mean, I danced to it at my prom.
How sweet.
Right when it came out.
That was so beautiful.
Love that song.
Yeah,
Thanks, Joe.
that was gorgeous.
We
like
really
I kind of just wanted to
appreciate
stand
it.
up and dance a little bit.
I think that could get us an X rating on this program. You better hold back till we have more
Man,
horsepower.
I
Maybe,
just saw
maybe pull a Clerks too.
I just was reminded of something.
Goodbye horses.
Something coming up in this segment that just really gets my blood boiling, but we'll
What's
have
that,
to
John?
wait. Splash Mountain being taken down and disassembled, but we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, yeah. Y'all gotta watch.
So what are we going to talk about?
Well, how about let's wake people up with some wokeism?
Wokeism.
Yeah.
That's a new word.
Don't we want to unwoke
What does
them?
that even mean?
What color is milk, Joe? You can't say that word. Can we still say
Beige?
chocolate milk? Is that okay?
Chocolate
or they're
milk?
going to have to change the name of that, too.
Okay, I
Not-
get what you're saying.
It'll say
Okay.
not white milk instead of chocolate.
Well, you know,
Well, so this
funny
segment,
laugh.
it's titled Wokeism and the Impact on Free Speech.
yeah. So
Well-
it's kind of, you know, I do a lot of real estate videos and photography. That's a majority of my business. And here recently, with you know things going on and what you can and can't say, one of the worst things is that they're taking out words in real estate. You can no longer say his and her sink. You can't say master bedroom. You cannot say family room. You cannot. I mean, you can't even say that the park is a walk down the road.
Didn't you say man cave too?
Yeah, man cave. She said
She shells by the
shed.
seashore.
Is that because of like gender
She
identity
shed.
or something?
gender and stuff like that, and
Master, slave.
master is
That's gonna
like
mess up the whole
with
computer
slavery
architecture,
Well, and
master
they
and
replace.
Yeah, master processes.
Well, I know they're not going to mess with that poem Jack and Jill because they get into trouble like equally. So that one's safe.
You
Jack
can't
and Jill
say,
Bath?
You cannot say Jack and Jill.
So this is in
hell
Alabama.
you
you
have to
can't.
say dual vanities.
I see.
Wow.
We're dual
And
wielding
This
sin.
is
Well-
this in every state or just like in Alabama? A new,
I'm not totally sure on that, but the thing is you know, especially with these agents and stuff, and with people, we've used those words our entire lives. Like you always called it the master bedroom.
right.
Never been called owner suite, which sounds just as bad as master.
That sounds
Okay.
worse.
I don't
And
even know what that is.
so
Owner,
now
so-
when I go and do these videos with agents and stuff like that, it takes an extra 20, 30 minutes on my part because they'll be like, yeah, standing here in the master bedroom. And I'm like,
I slipped up.
start over, do it again. And they're like, standing here in the owner suite. And then they'll say, but you can go take a look at the master bathroom. And I'm like, start over again. And so it's making my videos, and it's also taking up more of my time to just simply not say these words that have been used for centuries. And honestly, I've never tied those words to anything. You know, like,
That's because you're not insane.
yeah, well, it's just family room, okay? It's a room where your family hangs out. Everybody's got family, or you know, there might be a few that don't.
That could hurt feelings.
Yeah. What if I
What
bought
if
a
If
you
I
have a
had
family?
no family and they said that this was a family room, I would probably want it more because I would
You'd
want
s-
that family.
That would hurt. You'd
That's
start
true.
crying. You're a snowflake.
No,
Yes, you are. You'd start crying.
I would not.
Well, I tell you one thing you won't find in the cupboards in that house, and that's a box of Aunt Jemima pancake mix.
Yeah.
How about that? Huh? And you won't find any Land
I
of
think
Lakes butter
I
with
think
a
it's
beautiful
Pearl Milling.
Indian girl on there.
To me, it's just trying to like fill people with shame. Like it's a mechanism to make people feel shameful and feel guilty. You know.
Well, it's just, like on architectural plans and stuff. They are still putting it, but here soon they won't be allowed to.
Well.
So what's the impact?
So, I mean,
if
we
you
need to,
slip
like-
up and say that, or do they get fined?
They actually do. That the agents can get fined if they are reported, and this can be personal videos. This could be even if you were showing somebody a house, and then that person that you were showing said that you said master bedroom, and it was offensive to them. They could report you, and you would have to pay a fine.
This is ridiculous.
Fine to who?
I don't know.
America has gone soft.
Have we talked
Some
about
real estate thing.
Have we talked about master bedrooms on the website? Is that why Michael Buffer declined to do that video because we say master bedroom?
That
on
must
the
have been
website
the
sometimes?
profanity that he was talking about.
Immense profanity. Like,
Yeah.
How do you?
Tell them the story real quick.
So we tried to get the Let's Get Ready to Rumble guy, Michael Buffer, to do a cameo for us, and it was like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. In this corner, we have the defending champion, the king of censorship, Big Tech. In this corner, we have the challenger, the voice of the people, the freespeechforum.com. Let's get ready to rumble! freespeechforum.com.
Hey, you're better than Michael Buffer.
I know, so I mean...
He just infringed two patents.
But we were going to give him 1,000, dollarinos,
Yeah.
a big stack of cheddar just for, like...
Which is three
for like-
times the
for
amount
like
of an
30
individual.
For like 30 seconds, but he said, or his staff said, we just can't support you for your immense profanity on your site. All right,
Well, certainly no one gets
Anywho's,
out of hand at a
words.
match
back
boxing
to
title
master
match.
bedroom in words.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
freaking
Well,
words.
I mean,
put
let's
it
just
this
go
way.
back to sticks and stones and break your bones.
We've got
Words
over-
will never hurt.
We have 20
Sounds
just
like they
listed
do.
here.
20 words.
But it's happening to everything, creeping into every industry, every manufacturing area. Normal speech is becoming something strange. And Joe, what really bothered me is you said words we can't say. I'm going to stick with words they don't want us to say and tell them to get screwed.
Yeah.
All right? Come get me if you don't like it. But that's bullshit.
I'm still calling it Aunt Jemima when I
Aunt Jemima.
I want some Aunt Jemima pancake mix,
none
by
of this
God.
Pearl Milling Company syrup.
Pearl Milling Company.
You know, and I got a kick. I was filling out some government form the other day, looking at it, and all these different Asians, and down at the very bottom was the word white. So that's a bad word to a lot of people. That's offensive when they heard that I am a white, privileged, man-spreading, worthless, no good racist. I don't have a racist bone in my body.
Yeah.
But look what they're trying to do. It's division. And these are the control freaks, the people that don't want a real life. They can't handle a real job, so they go into politics. Or they get into education, and they want to teach our kids how to think, not what to think. Well, I tell you what, the Free Speech Forum is trying to hit it back. And when you said we need help with a fundraiser, folks, we are so outgunned, it is not even funny. You look at all the big media outlets that loom over the country with their dark shadows, and we're sitting here battling it out once a week on a podcast and our website.
We're on the
We
island.
need help.
We're going.
We're going to do it.
We're going against $1 trillion industry,
Exactly.
and we're just a few rednecks here in
And-
Huntsville, like riding around with our,
Hey, speak for yourself.
Hey,
Hey, you boys want to go
I'm
get
a classy.
some
classy kinda
barbecue
guy.
after this, after we do the podcast?
That does sound pretty good.
you know, they're going to outlaw the word logic because they're going to render it meaningless. There won't be any such thing left.
Yeah, as annoying as this
It's really
is,
dire.
as
It's not
annoying
funny.
as annoying as this is, my philosophy is on this stuff is whenever people complicate this stuff and make this mess, it creates opportunity for people who can think clearly. Because other people are just stumbling over themselves all the
Good
time.
points.
If you just think clearly and reasonable and keep moving forward, you will be so much more successful because all these people are put at this tremendous disadvantage.
Okay. Let me ask, I want each of you to comment on this. But we've got a thing going on here now at the grocery stores and things, even our local Publix here. They're putting up little signs that says product from black-owned business. Buy this. Don't buy from the evil white guys. We see media, what about that? What do you think about that? What do you think, Brooks?
It really boils me as I walk down the aisle and see that, because it's just driving separation between it's between white and black or any other color, just calling attention to something that doesn't need calling attention to. So
yeah, it really doesn't bother me much whatever, but I do understand everything's about division. It's all about division, It's always
very
either or.
divisive.
And something Bob says, why can't we just be people and unite and work together, and support each other? It doesn't have to be
Doesn't have to be white people, black people,
we do
red
not have
people.
to compare. When you divide, it limits your ability to function as a human being. If you want to become a better human being, you need to work together, unify, find what's in common. This is a people-owned product.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, a few weeks ago, I got on Instagram. There was an update, and it said that you can now list your business Instagram as a black-owned business.
Right. Well, I'm going to put up a white-owned business.
See?
So that's what you see when you go create a story now.
Yeah.
Some of the first stickers that you can pick from are these black specific stories.
Like
stickers,
I have nothing. Like I don't go shopping based off of skin colors. I don't. I'm not like, this is for that and that's for that and blah blah blah. To me, it has no meaning.
Well, there's one thing that we are getting to see, and people that visit the Free Speech Forum get to see, which is truthful news. And there are a lot of black athletes, black celebrities, male and female, saying this is getting out of hand. We're moving in the wrong direction, and it's dividing us. You're not going to see that on the big media. They squash that. They just want to keep pushing. And I don't know, but can I talk about what I remember from the 1960s growing up?
Yeah, go for it.
I believe that's a part of our segment there, is it? Or I'm getting ahead of it a bit?
Well,
there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah, let's go ahead and get there.
I grew up in a small southern town. I was born in Cincinnati, but the total population of the town was about 6,800 people, and I think it hasn't changed. And I remember I would go down, ride my bike a mile and a half to go to the gas station, and there were 3 doors for bathrooms. White, it had male, woman, men, women, and colored on there.
Yeah.
And I remember asking my dad about that, and he really didn't know how to answer me. He said, well, just for whatever reasons, that's the way it is. I don't really care for it, but that's the way it is. And then I noticed another thing. We had a theater called the Lake Theater, and Dad or Mom would drop us off down there on a Saturday night, and we'd have a quarter in our pocket, which would buy popcorn, candy bar, and a large Coke, by the way. Mm-hmm. But there was a main arena, and, there we see there, white and colored water fountains. By God, that's bringing so many memories back. And guess what? If you were black, you had to go to a separate window to get your popcorn, and you went up a flight of stairs and sat in a balcony up above. They've segregated the room in the theater. And now look where we're headed. We're headed back to that crap.
We're headed right back to the 1960s.
And that's what I call the lack of logic and the reign of insanity. It really is just...
And you know what it's going to bring up is that, white people or, other ethnic people will say, well, can I list this as my business? And then it's going to be white and black and all sorts of just different colors. But overall, there's no point to list that.
Well, you know what the good news is? Capitalism is a fact of life.
Right.
And by God, the guy that makes the best product at the lowest price gets it, whether he's white, black, green, or yellow, and this shit's not going to go
I really
too far.
hate it because, I don't hate it, but like I said, it's like it creates so much opportunity for people who just, I'm not going to participate in this confusion. I'm just going to go about my business and keep hustling, keep grinding. And it's been a pretty lucrative couple years for me. And I I love everybody.
I hear you,
love
man.
all people. I will help lift up anybody. If you need me, call me. I will come help you in a second.
Exactly.
He's not lying.
And you know, now if you betray my trust, that's a different story, but I'll give you the trust, you know.
That opens up a can of whoop ass. I know about that one.
Yeah.
And so we can play these games, you can play these games, but as a businessman, I can tell you that it's going to put you at a tremendous disadvantage.
Yeah.
And you don't want people giving you business because they feel sorry for you. You don't want to have your, and this is just my opinion, but I would not want to have my personal character based around people feeling sorry for me.
Yes.
You know, it's like, but that's just me. I mean, I could be wrong, but
I liked what you said. You said, I'm not going to participate in it. And I like that. That's a great phrase,
and
you
see,
know.
Here's one more thing, too. You know, you hear white privilege all the time, white privilege, whatever. I understand. Maybe people, some people are born with advantages, but whatever. It does not matter how much privilege you have. You can work hard no matter how much privilege you have.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter what you have going on in life, what your responsibilities are. You can hustle your ass off and improve yourself.
That's right.
And it's all about the freaking journey. It's not about the destination.
Yeah. Well,
the walking up the stairs is what's the fun part. You know, you get there and you get bored.
You've seen
and see, and one last thing, and I'll shut up. But see,
go ahead.
White privilege. But I think that people in America need to consider their American privilege.
Exactly.
We have so much privilege being in this country.
Right.
You know,
free speech.
And so
you can be whatever you want to be.
Well, if you guys, anybody needs anything from me, reach out. I'll be there, you know. But
well, I
this
think
is my thoughts.
One of the most ridiculous things that we don't have sort of listed out here, but to me, it's the epitome of stupidity. And the school systems has decided that it is a good idea, more and more of them, that you don't have to know how to add numbers. You don't have to read. We're still going to give you a diploma. And so how is that going to lift up people that are fifth-generation welfare, uneducated? What are the only shot they got? Join a gang and sell drugs. And so somebody else is motivated to study and learn how to read on their own.
Hey, I'll tell you the guy who knows. I'll tell you the drug dealer that knows math's going to do a lot better than you do that if you don't.
That's exactly right.
Math and science are key.
And I've always said that it doesn't matter what school you attend. You know, you can go to Harvard and goof off and not do your work, or you can go to UNA and study, by God, and come out of there with a degree better qualified to go to law school than somebody that goes through the Harvard Law curriculum.
Yeah.
It's the person. And they're putting these underprivileged people of color in a position to say, well, happy day. I don't have to go to math. They're not even teaching it anymore, and I don't have to learn how to damn read.
Yeah.
It is absolutely insane. These are our educators.
Let's play this little video right here. I'm going to try to skip forward.
I have the pleasure to present.
I think we're at, what, 1 minute? What's the time on that?
Can we see it on the screen?
Yeah. Give me just a second.
So the Dixie Chicks are not called the Dixie Chicks anymore?
No, just the
that
chicks.
happened a year and a half ago.
The chicks, like the crystal chicks?
There's no cream of wheat anymore.
While Joe works
Lives on a lonely island of poverty. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident.
Amen.
That all men are created equal.
I've got chills listening to that. I mean, I've got chills.
I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream. My 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
Amen.
I have dreams.
That's beautiful.
So the minute we
That's
start
beautiful.
calling out color, we are just throwing away
Ex-
your measure of character. Let's just throw it away.
That one day, down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification. One day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today.
Beautiful.
We are living his dream and just
Amen.
stomping all
Exactly.
over it.
Yeah.
You know,
I got chills from that.
I was going to
too,
tell
man.
you
Yeah, me too.
that I love speeches. I've got books with the greatest speeches ever, and always, it doesn't matter which book I look at or I own, I Have a Dream is considered to be one of the best speeches ever done. If it's not number one, it's 2 or 3 in there, but it is always up at the top. And if you watch that and you don't get goosebumps, if that doesn't get you in your heart, you're 6 feet under, brother. Because that is what exactly we need today.
They just need to replay that
That
everywhere.
needs to be
We just need to
everywhere.
boost that video out.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's get donations to boost that video out.
And we just demand that people, we don't demand, we request that you listen to the words that this man is saying. Think about what he is saying, people.
Yeah.
He's explicitly saying he imagines a day where his kids live in a world where they don't see color.
Yeah.
And then we've got critical race theory out there that's calling attention
Yeah.
in our kids' classrooms, telling them there's a difference between white people and black people and just bringing attention to it.
Yeah.
When he worked so hard to get rid of that.
I like to do quotes, as you know, and we've been having a lot of negativity around everywhere today, but here's a really great one by one of the greatest minds ever. Albert Einstein said, "Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution."
I think that's like most people.
Man, you know?
Is that Jerry?
Jerry.
Just kidding, Jerry.
Jerry's whiniest little boy.
All right. Let's go to the next
Jerry's,
section
we love Jerry. He is extremely helpful and valuable to us. I love the song. I remember when this song came out. I was 18 years old.
Just a baby.
I was going to prom.
You were
They
18
played
for
it.
the last song, too.
Just a little baby.
I transcend time. Time is a flat circle. Oh my gosh, I forgot to dab.
Yeah, why don't you dab in the opener?
Can we edit that back in later?
We should have dabbed in the bingo video. That would have been great.
Gosh, I'm feeling.
I was just
I'm
like,
like
I thought
stomach's-
about it afterwards, and I
My
was like, we
stomach's
should have
hurting
just dabbed the
that
whole
we
way
missed that
through.
opportunity.
That was a great first topic.
Oh, bingo!
Bingo!
Well, now we're getting into something that kind of is going to cause a lot of controversy this fall, and that's the 2 national anthems that the NFL wants to have at every
Can we have
football
5?
game. You know,
We need one for every race.
The Asians, I mean, it's like people just want to push the Asians out of the way. Why can't they have a national
Oh, how about the
anthem?
Filipinos? How
What
about
about-
the Chinese? The
What about the
Japanese?
Indians? The Indians were all here
The
first.
Indians, the Indians were
Like,
the ones
they
that
have
really
more
had
right
the
than
injustice
anybody.
done to them.
I think September is Spanish Heritage Month.
Are white people allowed to kneel when they play the black national anthem? It's a pretty song, but it's not our national anthem.
Right.
They're driving a wedge in there. Robert Goodell needs to have his head examined.
Division, divide.
Well,
Divide and
Ignore
conquer.
character.
Well,
Ignore character.
This section, this topic's called the NFL and its national anthem conundrum, and that's
Great word.
part of the problem here. Is they're wanting to appease the woke crowd and have 2 national anthems, and the plan is to play them before every game this year. And last year they just played it before the opening game of the year and then the Super Bowl. But now they're going to play it every single game.
Gay. And I mean, I say that very respectfully because the NFL publicly announced that the NFL is gay. They had a big ad
yeah, that's
campaign.
right.
So
Football
The
is
NFL
football is gay.
the NFL football is gay. So I guess 2 national anthems is gay. So that's why I said that.
I wonder how well things are going to go for them this year in terms of generating revenue.
Well, I think this has
I'm
killed
not
their
Warren
ratings.
Buffett, but I'm predicting a damn bad
That's-
year for revenue.
That's the conundrum here, is that it has killed their ratings last year in 2020. And the NBA tried to do this by putting
I thought
graphics
COVID
all over
killed
the
them,
court.
so.
It killed.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You just blew Brooks's mind.
Well, they
His
just
fucking
kept on playing.
exploding
They didn't
under the
care.
hat.
Remember, they played. The Broncos played last year without a quarterback. They signed a quarterback. He played the very week of COVID. So,
That was cool, yeah.
Really?
yeah, right off the practice squad, I think.
So in 2020, it was played before the season opener. I don't even remember that happening.
All right. Yeah. Let's.
Well,
I do remember.
you
before the
know,
Super Bowl.
Let's take a peek at it here. I think we're gonna play.
take a
we
look
got
at the
some
replay.
background video to get us started.
I
here.
hope this is the right one.
Yeah, this is the background video.
Black and White Sports on YouTube.
Black
The
and white.
no holds
Oh,
barred
okay.
truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and white sports fans, and let's talk about the NFL. Now, we found out a couple of days ago that the NFL was going to go even more woke than they were last season. Now, folks, I truly believe this will be a disaster for the NFL as they're going to double down on the wokeness. Kneeling for the national anthem, I guess, is going to be a thing. Social justice messaging on the end zones and also probably on the back of players' helmets. And I do believe you're going to have more player revolts. I highly suggest that these NFL players actually do their research on whose names are actually going to be on their helmets. And also, what's going to happen? The Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing, will be played every season going forward.
Every game.
Every
This
game.
is very,
Yeah.
very
He
divisive.
misspoke.
I gave
Divisive.
you my take on the quote-unquote Black National Anthem. I like the song, I really do. But it is not a national anthem. We have one national anthem.
Amen.
So the NFL seems to be doing this for nothing more than virtue signaling and pandering. And we now have a former NFL player now that has rejected.
They're sycophants.
Yeah, I
is
think
the
he's-
best word I can think of to what the NFL is doing. They're trying to kiss every butt they can find
Well,
to
didn't
be
like Beyonce play
perfect.
it or something?
Yeah, I believe so.
Isn't that
Well-
kind of where it started?
Here's where this is going to end up. It'll follow the same path as prayer in school, because they started thinking, well, let's get rid of saying the Pledge of Allegiance, and that went by pretty quick. But then Christian prayer, well, we have to say Muslim prayer and then Hindu prayer, and on down the line. I think eventually there's not going to be any national anthem music played at the NFL games. They're going to have to pull out of this with their butt whipped, and that's the only way they're going to be able to do it, and just cut out all the music.
Well,
And don't fly an American flag at the game. And don't have a flyover before jets with red, white, and blue smoke. I mean, give me an effing break. I'm so sick of this shit. Shit. I beat myself.
He did beat yourself there. That was great.
Thank you, Joe.
I just can't. I mean, even this gentleman here that just spoke, he said it. I mean, I'm so hung up on it's like we need to start calling out people as dividers. Anybody that starts doing this, we need to immediately point at them and say, "You are a divider."
And we're not going to participate in your division.
I
That's
don't
right.
care what.
We
you,
can all
you
be
are a
friends.
divider. You are a separator. You're trying to tear us apart for
No
our
one
differences.
else will say that. And
Let's
that's
talk
why
about-
I thought this was an important thing
Let's
to talk
about how we're like. That's what I want to talk about.
I think I sent it to you guys that this is a little off topic, but Facebook, you were talking about praying, and now Facebook has a button that says "I prayed."
That confused me. I
What
don't
are
know
they-
what
what are
they're
they trying to say about
I don't
that?
know what they're trying to do with that.
Well, it's like when somebody comments like, "Please pray for me," or "Please, somebody's sick in the family or something." You can click "I prayed."
So that seems positive, right?
It seems positive, but then they've got all this other stuff going on. That's like,
it's like let's throw you some skin. Let's throw you some skin over here, Christian.
where are we going? Where are we going?
It's more like them to take the pray button away.
Let me give you
Yeah, they put it
It'll
out
be
there so
gone
they
in
can,
a few weeks.
They put it out there so they can take it back.
I can give you something that you haven't heard. My wife has her sister who lives in Spain. Her daughter's married to a Spaniard. His name is Gaston. He's a gentleman. He's an IT professional. He travels all,
from,
he travels
Beauty
all
and the
over the
Beast?
place. I talked to him last week, and I said, "Hey, man, what's going on over here? What do you guys think about America?" And he said flat out, he said, "We think you are all losing your minds, Bob." He said, "What is wrong with America?" I said, you tell me. I said, "We're sick about it." He said, "All we see is from the news, is how America is being divided.
They're
And
racist.
he gets it. He said, all we hear is negative news out of America.
All right, let's go to the next video here.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't even know what the Black National Anthem is.
Lift Every Voice and Sing as it's played.
And it's called Lift Every Voice and Sing, and
Oh,
Alicia
gumball.
Keys sang it at the season opener in 2020.
What are
Can we
people-
skip ahead a little bit to
At the dawn
51?
of the 20th century, America was a country full of promise and hope.
I mean, they do a good job of getting us hyped here, so.
It's a good video.
Every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing.
Is this the Black National Anthem?
It is.
Oh, my. Oh, God.
Do you want to take a knee, Bob?
I feel like it. I feel like taking a puke. Good Lord.
Yes, they
Well,
also.
there's my man.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
That was a good career move for
I think
Kaepernick,
you can
wasn't
pause
it?
it now.
I
Okay.
mean, that's a beautiful song. I mean,
It is.
very
I mean,
sung well.
it's
Lovely.
a very good song.
Lovely, but what the F is it? It's not our effing national anthem,
Yeah,
damn
we
it.
don't,
That's
we
right,
don't,
Bob.
We don't need to replace it with the national anthem.
Boy, oh boy.
We
I
got
want a
some. We got
B12
some other
shot,
videos here.
Joanna.
Let's check out some of these other.
We said
videos.
this. We brought this up when we did the July 4th podcast. And we talked about the problem with having two national anthems is, well, specifically to me, is that you're saying that our national anthem doesn't represent everyone, and that now the black people need their national anthem, and the normal national anthem doesn't represent them. So, I mean,
We're the American Indians. We're the Eskimos. We're the Japanese people that have been born here for generations. What about them? See, where does this shit stop? We're losing our flipping mind.
call it what it is. It's divisive.
I'll tell you this. I bet in his heart of hearts, if we could talk to Colin Kaepernick, he wished he never started that knee shit because his career's been in the you-know-what toilet.
Disagree. He's made so much damn money off
Not
promotions.
where he wants to be, John.
Yeah,
and you know it.
He doesn't have a job.
He's ruined his life.
Yeah.
He was born
Football
to play
player, and
football.
he's not
He's a twerp.
How about this? Did I?
Yeah, you're
Well,
flying
we're running
through
out of
it.
time, so.
Okay.
Trying to ram some videos.
Offensive tackle Alejandro Villanueva is drawing a lot of attention for breaking ranks with the other players who remain deep in the tunnel, out of sight, or in the locker room. Villanueva is a West Point grad who served 3 tours of duty in Afghanistan and earned 2 Bronze Stars.
And the Rockets red and
The hometown Chicago Bears stood with their arms locked during the national anthem. But look, there's the empty Steelers bench. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin spoke after the game.
We decided to sit it out, to not take the field, to remove ourselves from it, to focus on playing football.
He had this to say about Villanueva standing there alone.
Like I said,
That's chilling.
I was looking for 100% participation. We're going to be respectful of our football team.
Villanueva's number 78 is now the NFL's top-selling jersey.
Hey, there we go.
Amen.
That sends a big message, doesn't it?
It does.
That is my new man right there.
So they've talked about doing that this year, just not even coming out of the tunnel, certain teams, and they did that in 2020 because they just didn't want it to be a distraction for their team.
I bet you there's going to be groups of people that start singing, "Oh, say can you see," when they start the Black National Anthem. There's going to be fights in the stadium. White people are going to take knees. Somebody's going to take umbrage to it, going to shove them down. It's going to be a flipping mess.
So, I really think that I really think that the wave of wokeism is breaking. It's crashing.
I hope you're right.
I really feel it. Like it's. I think that because it's almost kind of like science. At some point, all these people that have isolated themselves and want to be different and want to be unique, they're going to get overrun by a flood of people that unite. United makes you stronger. Dividing makes you weaker. Period.
Exactly.
And so it's just a small group of people, billionaires that run the media, that try and convince people of this perception of America.
Yeah.
So what do we got here?
Well, I just want to talk about the Colin Kaepernick thing. There's been, they've been threatening to take more knees throughout this season in 2021 NFL. And, Colin Kaepernick started this in 2016. He was taking a knee. He was the first guy to do this. And he said that he was, protesting police brutality on black people was because our flag and the national anthem, the country itself, oppresses black people and people of color. So he started the first game of, I guess it was in 2016.
Well, he's a starting quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the thing about that is the NFL rules explicitly prohibit taking a knee. And Roger Goodell, he has never fined or suspended anybody for taking a knee.
He's spineless.
And he's actually somewhat promoting it. So in 2016, they got rid of Kaepernick, and he's out of the NFL and doesn't have a job. But now, in 2020, they started kind of promoting taking a knee. So we're going to see more of that.
I thought back in the day, when we would play sports and we got hurt, everybody took a knee, right? I thought it was a sign of respect.
Kneel before me.
This is 2021, Big Joe.
Well,
Things are different now.
So what do you do when somebody gets hurt?
You just look
Jump
at
up in
them
there?
and wait for them to get off the field so you can start the game
We would all
back.
take a
Start
knee,
floating.
and then everybody would clap when they would get up.
Yeah, that's when you get hurt. But I think we've all grown up, since elementary school. You stand for the national anthem and you put your hand over your heart and you respect the flag.
I think Joe makes a good point. Maybe we just this is exactly what they do. They, being the dividers of this country, they change the definitions of words and the definitions of concepts. So let's just say that taking a knee means a tremendous amount of respect for the national anthem.
What do you think about taking a knee, Bob?
I'm not going to even get involved in that. I've always thought it was ignorant. I thought it of no understanding, and it made me more convicted than ever to not watch any NFL games. That's it. I don't care. I don't want to be a part of it. I could give a rat's ass about the NFL.
Let's play this last video. I actually sent this to you guys, and I thought it was...
this is a powerful video.
It was very powerful.
Let's see what that looks like.
Will not be playing the national anthem. Let's play ball.
Somebody's really off key there.
That's me.
Don't make fun of this video, Joe.
It came back out too.
That's beautiful.
I saw that, and it kind of spoke to me. And there's all sorts of different colors in that crowd.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah.
And
well, the media doesn't want us to see that.
Everybody is singing that song.
It's
because it's about the nation as a whole. It is not about color.
Right.
It is about everyone coming together. And that's exactly what they did in that video. They all came together.
Yep. That's what happens.
We are the most.
That's power. That's strong.
We are the most un-racist country on the face of this planet.
What's up, America First Patriot?
He made it, man. Our one guy made it.
Our one guy.
So I just want to say that the taking a knee, I just love. It makes me love America because in America we can do things like this. You can take a stand for something, and you're not going to be thrown in prison. You know, I love people taking a stand for their belief, for something they believe in. I don't care if they're right or wrong. I just really respect people that are willing to take a stand for something they believe in. Kaepernick included. Now, I don't have to agree with what they're doing, but I just love this country. It makes me love this country so much more because we can, you know?
Yeah.
All we got are just opinions. Even us up here, we're just a bunch of assholes with opinions.
Yeah.
But
you do have the right to protest.
Well, I do think that what we resonate on here is that we want to be uniters, period. And I have learned a lot personally tonight, just, you know, and I am going to start calling out the dividers for what they are.
Yeah.
Directly.
Well, and you know, when I first met y'all, I'll be honest, I wasn't really sure what to think. But you had mentioned that you wanted something to become united. And that spoke to me. I was like, I'm on board.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's an awesome movement.
It was that when John said that, he was like, I want a united nation.
Yeah.
And there's my segue, because we're united with our sponsors.
Right.
And before we wrap up tonight, I do not want to forget to give another shout out to our big sponsor, our good friends at Palmetto State Steel Company in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, who specialize in rebar fabrication, but can also build out anything construction grade with raw or processed steel or aluminum. And you can touch with them at 843-971-8802 or palmettosteel@gmail.com. Thank you, Palmetto, for backing us up.
Thank you, Palmetto.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
And thank you, Optimus Prime. Well, that about wraps things up here.
This has been fun.
I do want to say thank you guys so much for watching tonight. Be sure to like and subscribe on this beautiful podcast so that you can know that we're going live. And yes, we are now going live on multiple platforms. So if Twitch is your thing, if Facebook is your thing, or YouTube is your thing, you can be looking out for us there. And it's been a great week, guys.
Let's go. Some rock and roll.
See y'all next week.
My fingertips are sweating.